Hello, Scorpios. Just adjusting the camera slightly there. You're being secretive again, and I'm not joking. Look at this. Look at how your reading starts. Like you're just not speaking. You're just mystery. You are a mystery to me, Scorpio. You're being secretive, which is typical of Scorpionic energy. So, if you think of the cards like the High Priestess card, the High Priestess doesn't always say what she knows. And I feel like I'm getting that from your reading again. Things are coming to the surface because you have this hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. So, I feel like you've been hiding something. I feel there's something to do with ancestral patterns, inherited behaviors, something from your childhood, something about your family, but there's something that you've really buried deep down in there because like break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future, hidden depths, ride the wave. I feel very much like there's something coming up to the surface. It's going to be emotional for you. It's going to feel a bit like a tower moment or an epiphany. It's something in the back of your mind, something in your subconscious, something that you didn't want to face. I feel like you avoided it. But it's coming back up, and it's for your own good because you're going to break a chain here. I just felt like almost like a butterfly in my um sort of just below my heart, above my stomach. So you know where your ribs come together, that point there is like a little flutter. So there is something that you've kept hidden, even from hidden from yourself, you know, a part of yourself that you don't want to face, a part of you like your shadow that you don't want to admit to. It's yeah, ancestral in some kind of way. So it could be that you come from a family where you don't talk about your emotions, you know. That's not the done thing. It could be that the emotions are coming up and coming out for you. It could be that there's something in your family that's some kind of they're showing me a card called Temptation from the Butterfly deck, and it's sort of about a little bit like how the Devil card plays out for people. So it can talk about addiction, so smoking, drinking, gambling, sex addiction. Hello, Scorpio. It could talk about if you come from a family where there's been a lot of fighting, you know, you're from a very volatile family, you could think that's some sort of, you know, some kind of normal behavior. There's a lot of different ways that the way that our parents behaved, our grandparents behaved, our ancestors behaved, has a direct influence on how we behave. There always comes a point, it's been coming up a lot in Capricorn's reading, where it's like, do you want to pass this on to your own children, or do you want to stop this now? You know, what do we want to inherit that's positive, that we want to leave as a legacy, and what do we want to cut out from that family tree and you know, perhaps replace with something more healthy? There's something like this going on for you in this reading. I feel like either somebody is going to ask you for help, or you're going to ask somebody else for help. It could be that you or a member of your family is going to break the silence and actually say, this isn't okay, we need to talk about this. You know, we need to help this person, it's got out of hand, something like this. Again, it's a message in a bottle, and bottles imply drinking to me. Could be many things. It's basically an SOS, the message in a bottle to me. It also says that you could be receiving news, like there could be an announcement or some kind of news coming into you. It's alongside, I just have to say though, before I go on, look at the colours in this reading. Look at the top row, how it's always kind of like beautiful icy blue colour, and then you have these kind of like greens and yellows going on here, and then like this warm colour. It's very beautiful. It's almost like transitions, like almost like a rainbow. Like it's very beautiful the way the cards have come out, the way that I pulled cards. I've got 8 decks which I shuffled. I allowed whatever cards wanted to come out. I put them all together, I shuffled them again, and as the cards started to fall out, that's how I've got this arrangement. The only, and I'm very honest with my readings, the only thing that I've changed is Dark Matter came out as one of kind of like the last 2 cards, but I feel like it's kind of at the end and at the beginning for you. I feel like it's tying into this stuff that, if we have a look at this card, it's like something that's it's like burning inside, churning inside, something that you've kept quiet about. I really feel like it's this force, it's coming up, Scorpio. I really feel like it's connected to this energy over here. So that's the only card that I've purposefully moved. Okay, so let's keep going. So here we've got this thing about the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Earth. This is Three of Pentacles, Three of Earth is collaboration, and the Eight of Pentacles, or the Eight of Earth, as it's called in this deck, is about mastering a skill, working on something over and over again until you've really kind of like, yeah, mastered it. So it could be that you are teaching other people. You could have mastered something and be teaching other people how to do this. People could be asking you for help. How do I do this? How do I achieve this? How do I learn this? It could be that you're asking someone else for help. Please teach me how to play the piano. Please teach me how to write music, how to improve my songwriting. It could be many, many different things. So this could be work for you. It could be asking for help, or somebody approaching you for help, or hearing some kind of news in regards to some kind of collaboration and something about improving skills. Right in the center of your reading, you've got new beginnings. There is something wrapping up. We can see this in the World card here and completion here. Something's closing out and something new is beginning. Now, a lot of the time when this happens, it's not like, I mean, sometimes if you get cards like the Death card, the Ten of Swords, it's a bit like, boom, done, ended, finished, slam the door, I'm out. What's new? So sometimes things can come into your life like that, like a bit of a tower moment, quite shocking. It's like, done with that, what's happening next? A clear cut. This isn't a clear cut. This is wrapping something up, learning lessons, completing something, and at the same time you've got the waves of something new rippling in. So there's a transition period here. So new beginnings. It could be that there's a birth. If it's not a birth of a child, it could be the birth of a project. It says the fairy godmother heralds the joyous news, again this can be news, of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So there is something new coming in. There is a sense of heartache though, or heartbreak, perhaps because an old cycle is wrapping up. Perhaps you were working with other people and you're going on to a different project. You're not going to work with these people anymore. So there is a feeling of loss, of mourning for that previous situation, of the thing that's ending. For others of you, it could be that there's somebody who you had a lot of feelings for, you found out they're having a baby, and you realise that you have to draw a line under that situation now and move on. So there's different ways that that could play out. Please do take it as it resonates for you. I am noticing this kind of angelic, fairy-like maternal presence here that could be something for somebody. Meerkat is here with the responsibilities. Now, you may have a lot of responsibilities at the moment. You may be taking on new responsibilities in some kind of new role. You could be figuring out who does what on a project. You can see he's kind of like painting all these animals in different colours. So it's like he's delegating responsibility. There could be something like that for you there as well. As I say, perhaps you're taking on some sort of leadership role. Now we do go to completion. We've got two cards about completion here. The World card, which is it's the end of the major arcana in tarot. So it comes at the end. You've learned all the lessons that you can in a certain situation. It's time to wrap up and start something afresh. So it does talk about completing a learning cycle. It could talk about higher education. It could talk about life lessons. I feel like it is connected to whatever this secretive energy is, this thing that you didn't want to look at that's coming back up to the surface. Sometimes it can be when we're approaching some sort of ending in our lives, things come back up for us to deal with because we don't want to take that baggage onto the new situation. So some of you may have baggage from the past that you haven't quite resolved, and it's like now is the time to do that and really deal with that, deal with the emotions involved, get over that heartbreak and loss, and leave it in the past, and move on fresh without all that kind of like heavy baggage that's going to slow you down in whatever this great new opportunity is that's coming in for you. So literally the world card and this card here, completion, west. So some of you, because the world card has this element of travel to it, traveling the world, and because to the sea is a boat and has a similar meaning to kind of like the six of swords, sorry, in the tarot, which can talk about a boat journey crossing water. So and because this says west, some of you may be relocating, traveling west, or coming from the west to somewhere else. Never eat shredded wheat. So west is like America sort of way, isn't it? America, South America, North America, Canada. So some of you could be traveling there perhaps, or even west of there, going China way. I don't know. Maybe some of you are just relocating within your own country and moving west in your own country. I'm doing this, which is east, but west. I cannot do coordinates. Send help. There's this puzzle piece here as well. So I know that some of you have had this metaphor recently of seeing the bigger picture and completing the puzzle, putting all the pieces together to really understand the whole equation. I feel like you're getting that missing piece. This kind of looks like a brain. So if you've been planning something, putting something together, I feel like you're going to kind of figure something out, which is going to allow you to complete something. So really, really good. The emergence here, I'm connecting to the new beginning, this dragon coming out of an egg. So it feels like a new you, or a new cycle that you're entering into. And you've got the three of fire here. So a choice has been made, or a choice will be made, and you're going to move confidently forward. Again, it does carry some kind of meaning of world travel. So there could be something here again to do with travel. Lord Kuthumi is about the improvement of humans. It's the improvement of the collective, the improvement of the human beings as a race. Are we a race? Human race? Yes, we are. Stupid question. As a society, you know, the improvement of us all. So whatever you're working on could have a huge benefit to the world. Some of you could be going surfing with that ride the wave. You've got ride the wave and to the sea, which have a very similar meaning about going with the flow, not resisting too much. There's a couple of cards in here that talk about not only releasing the past, but also trying to control what's coming in, trying to control the situation. So try to release any controlling tendencies you have, because I feel like what that's doing is just slowing down the energy for you. The universe is taking you somewhere. Let the universe take you somewhere. Let your spirits usher you into this new cycle. Try not to resist, try not to be too controlling. I think the control comes from a place of fear, if I'm going off what the cards are telling me. But just try to release that, try to hand that over to your spirit guides, to the universe, whoever you feel is out there helping you. Page of fire. Wherever you're going, you're going to be learning some new things. You're going to feel a little bit like a student again, a little bit young at heart. I feel like you're going to be going into something where you're going to have a lot of opportunities to experiment with your ideas, experiment with new opportunities, and really kind of get quite creative. So I feel like it's going to be really, really fun, whatever you're moving into. They just drew my attention to it, this kind of like white tiger on this card here. I think there's something else that talks about tigers too. So tigers could be specifically relevant to you. I'm going to go and that's kind of the overview of the reading. If you're short on time today, you can absolutely leave it there. Thank you for checking out my video today. Please do share it with your Scorpio friends if you think it's helpful to them as well. For others of you, I'm going to go a bit more in depth and kind of read through the meanings of each card and give you a little bit more depth to it. So if you're hanging around, chilling out, or just listening to this in the background, go ahead and let it keep playing, and we'll get more involved. The song that came through for you though for this reading is Emma Bunton from the Spice Girls. She's what was her name? Not Sweet Spice. What was she called? Baby Spice. She was Baby Spice, if you remember her. What took you so long? Talk to me. I'll help you work things out. I feel like now you're either offering support to other people, or there is somebody around you who will help you, but it's kind of like they're waiting. Whoever it is, it's like they're waiting for you to take their help, or you're waiting for them to accept your help. There's this waiting of like, finally, what took you so long? Like, you know, let me help you. It's like something about accepting help, not trying to do it all on your own, not trying to be secretive, but actually saying, vocalizing, I need some support right now, I need some guidance. So I don't want to be your enemy, and I don't want to scream and shout. I believe in honesty. I am getting a very Libran energy from that song today again. I know Libra was coming through a little bit for you in your last reading, so there could be a Libra around you who needs help or who you're offering help to. Take that as it resonates, leave it. If it doesn't have to be Libra. It's just this Libra's big on honesty at the moment, so could be them. As I say, I do sometimes bring this up, but my mum's Scorpio, and she's very secretive. She doesn't like to. She's working on it. This is the thing. I had a conversation with her the other day about it. She is working on it. She is trying to be a little bit more open. She understands that I like to be given the facts so I can deal with it, and that it's more painful for me when I don't understand what's going on in a situation. So we're working on this. But I do feel like there's a similar energy where sometimes water signs tend to bottle things up quite a lot and to keep their emotions. I mean, it depends. There's some, you know, speak to any Cancerian or anyone who knows a Cancerian, they can be a little bit more explosive with their emotions. With you being the High Priestess energy, I feel like you and the King of Cups energy too. I do feel like you've got a little bit more emotional control, and sometimes it's too much emotional control, and you do have a tendency to swallow those emotions and keep them within and keep them hidden, which may not be the most healthy thing for you to do. It may actually come out in stress, and it can be difficult as well for the people around you if they feel like you know, if you've got someone like a Libra and they like that honesty, they value that kind of upfrontedness, they like to know what's going on, they like information. Any kind of air sign around you, or even an earth signs are quite practical. You know, they may have a little bit of trouble connecting with you if you're being a little bit secretive. So just be aware of that tendency that could link to the cycle that you're completing. And this isn't me giving you a hard time, Scorpio. I understand why you do it. It came up in your last reading. I understand that you're trying to protect people emotionally, not just your own emotions, but the emotions of people around you. You are very nurturing in that way. Just, as I say, just be aware that depending on who you are connecting with, some people may find that a bit like a wall, and they may value you opening up a little bit more. So that's just something for you to you know, rattle around in that brain of yours, and see if that works for you or not. I mean, this could be the missing piece for you. This could be that thing that finally unlocks the next stage for you. Just being more open with your emotions could allow you to make that connection that's going to usher in this new cycle for you. So you know, trust your own intuition and judgment on that. You've got very strong intuition, so yeah, there you go. that's my lecture, Scorpio. I'm just leaning back to get the book. So dark matter then. What we've got, the Knight of Clouds. So clouded communication. The Knights bring in action and communication, and clouds is kind of my own system that I was developing to do with thoughts and emotions. So yeah, definitely like clouded communication, clouded. It could be like misinformation as well. Like if you're not clear, if you're being guarded, people could read you wrong and get the wrong end of the stick. They might, you know, if this was a relationship, people might think you're not interested when you're just being guarded. So there could be something there for you as well. The world still has mystery, and that's sorry, let me put my teeth back in. Dark matter. The world still has mystery, and this is a fine thing. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it's not there. So this may be you connecting with some kind of spirit guide or something. You do not have to know the detail of everything. Some things are better not revealed at this time. Have faith, which is interesting because Libra had something a little bit similar at the tail end of their reading as well. Yeah, science doesn't know everything yet. What does this say? Dark matter is the subject of a huge amount of study. For now, we know we have a mysterious force that holds the universe together. Which is a fantastic concept, and one that invites the idea of the unknowable into the frame. Science doesn't know everything yet. Okay, so maybe you're investigating, I don't know, the unknown, you know. Not everything can be explained by science. Break the chain. Okay. 10 of clouds. So you've got more clouds. I didn't look at these as I put them in. So there is the completion here. 10s are about completion. So whatever's been unknown, whatever's been unclear or foggy, I feel is gonna be realized. It's gonna come to the surface for you. There's gonna be closure. Okay, ancestral patterns. I'll bring this closer because it's got quite nice imagery. I don't know if you can see it very well there. So you are being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal line, healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. Often they are not even ours to begin with, but we do not know another way of being, so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. We had a similar reading in Libra's reading. They were doing something similar. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? I'm going to say I'm getting quite a stabbing pain to the right of my belly button. I don't know if that's significant to anybody. It's a bit of a sharp pain next to my belly button. What parts of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and dream a new future into being. Work your light action. What old ways of being from your family line are you ready to let go? Seek assistance from your support team. Here you go, seek assistance. Tribe, friends, healer, coach, etc. to begin freeing yourself from it now. Okay, so as I say, something is coming up that I feel like you have emotionally buried. So let's read the Hidden Depths card. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Interesting that it's a key, the Page of Keys. So learning to unlock something, unlock something emotional or hidden. It could be family secrets as well. Sometimes it's easier to be in denial than to face a challenge, so we act as though something never happened and pretend everything is fine. However, releasing the things that have been hidden from view can be very liberating and help us to move forward with our lives. So, if it is something to do with family and you don't feel like you can talk to your family about it, you could perhaps find a friend that you could confide in, or even like a helpline like the Samaritans, somebody who's available to listen and allow you to talk and get things off your chest. It may just be what you need right now. So that's, again, an option for you to consider. The Ferry of Water comes to hold your hand gently and guide you during this releasing experience. Oh, for some of you, if there's something about a family member who's passed on, somebody who you're not able to talk to anymore, you may want to just imagine that they're sat in front of you and say out loud what you would have said if you had the opportunity to now. Or you may want to write them a letter, and it may feel a bit silly, especially if they have passed over, but just the act of speaking or writing your feelings is cathartic, and it helps you to process them. So you don't even have to show anyone. You could screw it up and throw it in the bin afterwards. You don't have to do anything with it, but it's the act of putting your feelings into words that I think could be helpful to you. Again, it's an option. You don't have to do it, whatever works for you. The Fairy of Water comes to hold your hand gently and guide you during this releasing experience. And just look how much water's here. One of the reasons things stay hidden is that they can contain powerful memories. Oh, my wrist suddenly hurt, my right wrist. This is totally understandable. And if there's been a major trauma in your life, it's important to seek professional help. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. Again, this is asking for help. You don't have to do this all alone. All you need to do is take the first brave step towards wanting to be free from your past. Again, very similar meaning to these two cards. And it's interesting that, I mean, there's about 70, between 44 and 78 cards in a deck. So if you total that up, times it by 8, that's a considerable number of cards that could have potentially come out. And the two cards that came out next to each other here have a very, very similar message. That is not a coincidence. That is not a mistake. That is a pattern, and that is there's something to it, guys. That's what I'm saying. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. All you need to do is take the first brave step towards wanting to be free from your past. Once you've done this, there are people who can help you to walk gently through the experience and teach you how to release it with love. Then you'll be able to move forward feeling lighter and happier and ready to embrace the rest of your life positively. The fact that this card has now appeared means that you may be ready to face what has been hidden, but only do this if and when you feel the time is right. Another meaning of this card may be that someone you know is keeping a secret from you. Secrets are fine, but not when they hurt another human being. It's time to be honest with yourself and ask that others do the same for you, but be gentle with everybody concerned, including yourself during this process. Okay, ride the wave. So some of you are just going surfing. I feel like this is like emotions coming up to the surface, and you're gonna ride the emotions. You're not gonna sink. You're not gonna climb out of the water and say, nope, emotions aren't for me. You're just gonna go with the flow. You're gonna bob around, and you're gonna see where you're taken on this emotional journey. Don't resist. Don't struggle as well. Right now, success is easy and effortless. You've got more keys here. So definitely things are being unlocked for you. Could be opportunities, keys unlock doors, right? You can be assured that you're entering a time when you can ride the wave of abundance. The tide has turned and you can put your surfing skills to the test. Everything that you know, all your talents coupled with your hopes and dreams will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean of potential and possibility to take shape in a wave of spectacular activity. Know that you're definitely on the right path. Dolphins are very happy-go-lucky. I see them as like cheerful companions. I also associate them with love because the goddess Venus Aphrodite, she's often depicted with dolphins as well. So there could definitely be something, a supportive energy that's going to help you through this. I feel like you've got a friend. I'm getting, you've got a friend in me. For somebody. Message in a bottle, 8 of clouds, working on the confusion. Communication, a sign, a cledon, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today your message is this: Spirit hears you and the reply is favourable. Working together on some skills. A little bit of pain there, new beginnings, so something really good starting for you there. Let's have a quick look at new beginnings. I may not read all of it. 8 of feathers, again another 8. Feathers are to me about signs from spirit, and also things that are fated, going where life takes you, being quite free. So I feel like you're working on when you feel confused, or when you feel like you have turbulent emotions or clouded thoughts. I think you're learning to trust the signs and trust the universe and fate and life to generally take you forward towards better things. There could be a message in there. That could be something that you're learning to do. A fairy godmother is overjoyed to bring news of a birth. This could be the birth of a child or an idea. Either way, it's wonderful news, and there's an aura of happiness and celebration surrounding you right now or in the near future. Your precious dreams and wishes will soon attract a personal fairy godmother who will help them to gestate under her protection before they're delivered into the world. If this message doesn't apply directly to you, then someone close to you may be about to reveal that a child will soon be born. This could be the secret, right? Or that an idea is soon to be released into the world. All births are cause for celebration, so it could be down to you to mark this momentous occasion and host a special party or gathering to honour the new arrival. It's not me, Mum. Mum, if you're watching this, it's not me. I'm not pregnant. The birth of a baby or an idea often comes with a feeling of pride and love, and it's totally fine to feel proud of your own or someone else's achievements. After all, it takes a lot of super hard work to get to this birthing stage. The type of pride is a healthy feeling. It's pride from a pure heart and not from the ego. The card also serves as a message that you can be your own fairy godmother. Imagine if you had the power to make all your own dreams and wishes come true, like Glinda the Good Witch of the South explains to Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she says, "You had the power all along, my dear." There you go. You've had the power all along, my dear Scorpios. Let's go to Meerkat and responsibilities. No, that is completion. That's not what I wanted. If I pick the right deck up. Queen of Keys. Yeah, definitely something is absolutely being unlocked for you here. Could be like a female boss or gatekeeper involved. You could be, I know you've been coming through this gatekeeper energy quite a lot, Scorpio. You could be the person who can unlock doors for other people, especially if you see the potential in them. Do you take responsibility seriously, or is it easier to blame others or outside influences? There should be a balance between responsibility for others and yourself. Someone may not be honouring their word. Developing altruism is important. Teaching others the skills you have mastered is a highly honourable act, which is right there. Okay. Meerkat energy is also valuable in facilitating teams in difficult conditions. So there can be something for you there. To the sea. Two of Keys. Oh, which door are you going to go through? You've got a choice. Being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together. You cannot make it up. There's a puzzle piece on that card. I'm reading this card and right under it is a puzzle piece. A natural pattern of events. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when you're going with the flow, when you're riding the wave, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. Okay. There is, if it's relationships for you, it says, can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires to steer the ship? So there is something about not being controlling in relationships. Yeah, relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to go with the flow, even when the tide is going out. That's something for somebody. And completion, West, Knight of Flowers. Yeah, there could be somebody a little bit romantic around you. Every cycle comes to a close. Do not resist the end of something, because the end heralds a new beginning. Complete the project. Be a finisher. Be not afraid of death. It is a part of life. Death is a part of life. Don't fear the endings. Go with the flow. You're going on to new beginnings. It's all going to be fine. Emergence. What have we got here? 10 of Feathers. You are responsible for your life, your behaviour and experiences, and more importantly, how you react to them. So there is something about taking responsibility that also came through with the Meerkat card, right? It's funny that the responsibility card is next to this one. Sometimes as spiritual beings, we find our human experience on earth can be quite tough. Listen to the wisdom of Emergence as he says, it's time to reflect. You need to take stock of what you value and what is important to you. Contemplation and quietness are required. Your experiences may have been vexing and it's unwise to dwell on them, but you can learn from them. Understand those you need to remember and let all others go. From this place, a new vibrant you can emerge, but first you must allow yourself time to reflect. Go within to that inner place of peace and bring forth that which you wish to be. This dragon appears when we need to take a long, hard look at ourselves and how we live and what we do, and more harshly, our behaviour. This is tying back to this breaking the chain, the ancestral patterns. None of the dragons are a pushover. They all demand that we take stock of ourselves, stop kidding ourselves, and are openly honest. And Emergence is no different. He gets straight to the nitty-gritty and informs you that you are responsible for your life, your behaviour, and your experiences, and more importantly, how you react to them. Grit and determination are the order of the day when this powerful dragon finds his way into your cards. He finishes with, remember that you are safe with me. Your fears are nothing but paper tigers. There's that tiger, look. And it's white. It's like a paper tiger. It's a white tiger. Paper tigers and figments of your imagination. So that's your fears. Your fears are nothing but paper tigers and figments of your imagination. Allow me to guide you as you find your balance and carve a new path. So, Queen of Flowers, Lord Kuthumi. You are making a decision here to move forward and go with the flow and go into a new direction, to complete the past, to learn the lessons from that old cycle and to break the ancestral patterns. So do make sure you have done that work to free yourself of anything that changed you before you move forward into the new, because when you move forward into the new, you really don't want to be taking that baggage with you, because it'll spoil your new cycle. It'll spoil the new phase that you're going into. So do the work now in order to help future you. Lord Kuthumi says, you are the change. When Lord Kuthumi first arrived, he lost no time informing me who he was. I am a dragon elder and spokesdragon for the Galactic Council, he went on to say. If you desire to be able to hold the energies of the 5th to the 7th dimensions, you need to be clear of all your earthly woes and fears and your deep need for control. Your light bodies need to be in alignment with those of the earth and the astrological light matrix. Only then will you become a tool and a tuning device to lift the energy of the planet. And the more you gather together to do this work, the greater will be your chance of bringing lasting peace to Earth. Lord Kuthumi went on to explain why the dragons are here collectively. We have come because lasting peace is achievable on Earth. There are other galaxies beyond your human understanding at this time where it has happened. We dragons are as old as the universe itself and have encountered and witnessed humanity in all its guises through the ages. You are the change. And here's the completion of the cycle. And the world card as well. He's talking about raising the energetic vibration of the earth and the planet as a whole. And you're a part of that. You're making the change by making good choices and cutting out the bad behaviour of the past. So really, really good. You're coming up with a bit of a plan here as well. And it's exciting and it's creative. So Scorpio, I do hope that reading's been helpful for you. I do hope that you've got something out of it. I'm struggling to talk now. I'm sort of losing. There's a lot of talking in these readings. I got too many cards out. I did. I went overboard. I have regrets. But we're getting some interesting messages through. So regrets, but also no regrets. Regrets, but not really. Oh, you've got a card already. I didn't see what it was. It's fallen on the floor, but just so you can see what I'm up to here, let's get you some advice. Scorpio, a week on Tuesday, you've got be at home, bring your ideas to life, electric eel spirit, think on your feet, vulture spirit, nothing is wasted on the bottom. So even the difficult things are lessons, you know, it's all in how you look at it. Be at home, wombat spirit, electric eel, bring your ideas to life, fox spirit, think on your feet, and white raven spirit, trust in the magic. That's interesting because I think Libra had the raven. I don't know if they had the crow or the raven. I think they have both in their reading. So just interesting that you should get the white version and the white tiger as well. It's like you're the yin to their yang today or something. Hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. Yeah, nice. Let spirit be your guide. Trust in the magic. Think on your feet. Bring your ideas to life. Be at home. Scorpio, I think that was a really good reading. I enjoyed that one for you. I think you are doing that shadow work. You're bringing it up. You're dealing with it. You're moving on. And that's very, very healthy. So well done. I am going to leave it there. Let me just check if there's anything in the underlying. You've got just say yes. Just say yes, but maybe wait for winter because you might have some work to do first. If there's any obstacles in your path with the mountain, I feel like it's just temporary because they're just making sure you've really closed out that past cycle before you move forward. You've also got depth here, which is interesting because you've got hidden depths, emotional depths. You've got will. There's the tiger again, right, pushing forward. And you've got building blocks. So interesting that these two should be together because Will talks about I want to say it's Kali. It's a Hindu goddess, and she's kind of the goddess of both feminine power and destructive energy. So she can bring in destruction, but it's because she's removing things from your life that no longer work for you. So she could be coming in to help you clear out mountains or obstacles that are in your path. It's a very, very positive, very forceful energy, but it does carry a scorpionic energy with it, similar to the Tower card, where it's causing destruction and chaos in order to allow people to release things and move forward, to allow the new to come in. And then we have this building blocks card, and this is talking to me about it's almost like maybe you had an image of what your life was like and you broke it apart and you took all the pieces apart, right, like a jigsaw puzzle, which keeps on coming through in different readings, and then you put the pieces back together, but you can create a different image. What if you can put the pieces back together in a different way and it'll work and create a different picture? I feel like there's something like that going on, where you're being given an opportunity to break something apart and rebuild it in a way that you see fit, in a similar way to how I was talking about what we inherit from our ancestors, from our traditions, from our culture. What do we want to pass down to future generations? Maybe not all of that is fit for purpose anymore. Maybe some of that was suitable at the time it was created by our ancestors, but perhaps the world has changed and there's a different way of doing things that's more suitable. So what works, what doesn't work, what can we bring forward, and what can be rebuilt or reapplied in a different way that's going to be more beneficial in the future. I'm done. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let you go, Scorpio. I do hope you've enjoyed. Share with friends, leave a like, all that business. I'm falling over, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye. Do take care. Hello, so thank you for watching my reading. I'd love it if you hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave me a comment if anything particularly resonated, share with friends or really helps out the channel. Stealth watchers are also very welcome here. If you're interested in any of the decks I used in today's reading, you can see all the box art here below. So the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, again by Colette Baron Reid. I've got Karen Kay's Oracle of the Fairies, Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards, the Divine Animals Oracle and the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, Wisdom of the Oracle, again by Colette Baron Reid, Dragon's Path by Caroline Mitchell, and again Colette Baron Reid bringing it in with the fourth deck, and it's the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. So I buy all my decks from Amazon because it's easy and it's just like set up ready to go. So you can find them all there, and I'm sure they're available from other retailers as well. Not sponsored, not an ad, I just know sometimes people are curious about the decks I'm using. So do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.